Hello ladies and welcome back to another video from me. Today I'm going to be talking about leather trousers. So I have got on my trusted rail 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and the pair that I have on 8. Somebody asked me to just do a review of leather trousers. I've shopped a few pairs, so I've gone for different styles, different colours, different stores. I will link everything down below. Every pair of trousers in this video is under £30. How good is that? Very affordable leather trousers. There are so many leather trousers out there on the market at the moment. Different styles, different embellishments, different colours, that you could say there is a trouser out there, a leather trouser or a pleather trouser out there for everyone. I still don't know if that is true because I've always struggled to find leather trousers, which is why this video has been a bit of an exercise for me, as well as, you know, to create content for you guys, because I have struggled. If you want to get into this leather pleather trouser trend and you don't particularly feel comfortable in leather trousers yet, or you don't know what style you want to go for, start with the very obvious, the most cheapest possibly of them all, which is a leather pleather legging. I'm just going to say leather throughout this year because... Hello ladies, welcome back. Well no, it's not welcome back, but my camera died, so I had to restart the video. So it's 2 days later now. I'm going to pick up from where I left off. I've kind of changed up my look a little bit. I've gone for more of like a 70s vibe. I just found this lipstick in my bathroom, which I'm absolutely loving. It's perfect with this top. Also got on these tan leather trousers. Obviously you can see the colours just go perfectly together. And what I actually love about these leather trousers is the seam that runs down the front of the trouser. I think these are actually probably my favourite pair out of all of the selection that I have, the 8 pairs that I have here today. I just really like the fact that I was concerned about going for a lighter colour leather trouser. I always thought I need to stick with dark, mainly black. I mean, I've only ever worn a black leather trouser because I want to keep my legs looking slim and elongated, and I just felt that going for a brighter colour would make my legs look bigger. Of course not everybody's concerned about this, but one hack if you are concerned about your legs looking bigger and you are wanting to try a brighter colour leather trouser, then opt for a pair that has the seam that runs down the front. Again, these ones are slightly cropped. They kind of just stop like just above my ankle. Although that can be slimming, showing off your ankle, it doesn't necessarily always make the legs look longer. In fact, it can make your legs look shorter. So for example, if I was to wear this, if I take the top out, it makes my legs look a lot shorter than if I have that slightly tucked in. Just a little trick to elongate the legs. Always have a little half tuck or just tuck it in completely, especially if you're trying to elongate your legs. And again, another trick to really help to elongate your legs with these trousers is to pair them with like a sock boot, a boot that can kind of fit underneath the trouser, so then you get that really seamless look of like leg to toe kind of vibe, especially with a pointed boot like how I styled mine. That just really helps to make it a little bit more kind of, to lengthen your legs a bit more, to make your legs look a lot slimmer. And I'm not saying that everybody should always dress to be slimmer, but for me, I feel like my legs aren't stick thin. I think that opting for brighter leather trousers obviously draws the eye to the trouser, so I just kind of want to keep it as flattering as I possibly can for me and how I would like to look. So if you're thinking about experimenting with brighter coloured trousers and you are concerned with those same things that I am, which is like my legs looking a lot wider, I would just say try and opt for a seam front pair. They obviously just draw the eyes into the front of the legs as opposed to the width, and I just think they're really nice. These, I really love these trousers. I love the colours. I love the fact that it's part of like the whole 70s palette. I really like this colour. It pairs really nicely with black and actually quite easy to wear than you might think it is. I was concerned, like, do I need a brown pair of boots to wear these with now? Not at all. I think they work perfectly with like black sock boots, like how I've styled them. These are super old now. They're like 3 years old, I want to say. They just work so well underneath like skinny trousers. They really help to make your leg look longer, obviously with the pointed toe, and because they are a kitten heel, they're very easy to wear. I wear these on the nursery run, as well as I would wear them out for dinner. I just absolutely love these boots. I paid 50 something pounds for these from Topshop, but I've seen lots of variations like all over the internet. Even places like I Saw It First and stuff like that have these for super cheap. I don't think you need to spend a lot of money on these. I think if you can get them for 25 quid, why not? Because they are just actually fabric, stretchy fabric. You will get so much wear out of them. I wear them with like loose jeans, cropped jeans, leggings, leather trousers, skinny jeans. Like, you can really wear these a lot. So I would suggest, if you don't own a pair of these in your in your boot collection, and you want something that you can wear that can be dressed up and dressed down, particularly sexy and not very expensive, then these are great. They're obviously not boots to wear in the rain, but they are just a really good boot. The next pair of leather trousers I'm going to talk to you about are just leather leggings. I got my pair most recently from Primark. I will show you them. These are just your basic wet look leggings, super stretchy, super comfortable. I always wear these with a tunic over them or like a long line shirt or long jumper or something, because I don't like to have the bum area on show in something with a material as thin as this. So I always go for like a longer line jumper or top. What I love about those wet look leggings is they instantly elevate your looks. They make anything look 10 times more edgy and sexier. You can wear them with trainers, you can wear them with boots, wear them on the nursery run, you can wear them around to somebody's house on a Friday evening. I wore mine yesterday for dinner at a friend's house. What I love about those trousers are, like, if you're due on, you can wear them, don't really put too much pressure on your stomach like you would with a pair of jeans. You can be comfortable but still look quite sleek. That's what I love about wet look leggings or those leather look leggings. They're nice and stretchy. It has like a thin waistband. I think they were £7 from Primark, and they are the perfect dress up, dress down leather trouser. And if you haven't dipped your toe into the trend yet, or you want to, but you don't want to invest, I would definitely start with a leather legging like that. Alternatively, I have got another pair if you don't want anything as shiny. These are another pair from Primark. I think these were also £6 or £7. These ones, they're thinner material and they're shinier. These are a lot more matte. They're more kind of a rubberized feel, and they are slightly thicker. They've got a much thicker waistband. If you are concerned about security or you want a bit more support around your stomach, I would definitely opt for a thicker waistband. I feel like these ones, I feel a lot more comfortable to wear with slightly shorter tops because they are a thicker legging, so I get a little bit more support and security. I don't feel comfortable wearing a legging as thin as this without something like long over it, because I just don't feel like it supports me, hugs me, you know, like holds me in kind of thing. I'm worried about being a little bit wobbly and jiggly, so I do prefer, if I'm gonna wear something shorter, to go for a thicker pair of leather trousers or leather leggings. And I like the thicker waistband again because it adds that extra bit of security. It holds them up a little bit more, which is obviously important if you're wearing it with a shorter top anyway. You can wear those both the same way with trainers, with boots, nursery run, out in the evening to a pub, with shirts, blouses, jumpers. I would just go for a longer jumper with a thinner pair and a thicker pair. I could go for something shorter if I wanted to. I could tuck things into it. I would feel quite comfortable doing that, whereas I wouldn't with a thinner pair. I'm going to show you these trousers. These are, they look white on camera, but they're actually cream, and they are a paper bag waist tapered leather trouser. They came with this belt. I didn't like the belt at all. I felt the belt really cheapened it. I did a shoot with these trousers for a campaign that I was working on, and I wanted to create like a tone on tone look. I basically changed up the waistline, and I took, instead of using this belt, I wore a bum bag. Really impressed with these trousers. I think if you're someone who has a small waist, I don't particularly have a small waist. I was a little bit dubious about these, but if you're someone who's prepared to go a little bit more out there, experimenting with colour is a really great way. And I think this is another, although they are white and bright, because they don't fit so close to the leg, they are still quite a flattering trouser. And what I would do is, although I shot them with shoes when I styled them, what you could do is wear them with boots to get that, a pointed boot, to get that really elongated leg again. And you could have it, obviously the boot would sit underneath the trouser because it's a tapered leg, so you've got room under there to fit your boot underneath. So it doesn't have to be a sock boot necessarily, just a pointed boot. And it really helped to elongate the leg, and it won't have that finish which you would have, or which you have with the shoe. That's a really good way to elongate your legs. And also, because this is not a fitted pair of trousers, they're quite loose. It's a nice way to change it up and not have to be too conscious about wearing a bright white. I mean, white trousers are tricky enough to navigate anyway, let alone a tight pair of leather ones. I have seen some tight leather ones in Zara, but I think this for me definitely works more because obviously I do have I have a thigh, I'm quite hippie, I'm quite curvy. Going for a looser trouser when it comes to something as bright as this really works for me. Winter whites are massively in fashion. Tone on tone monochromatic looks are really on trend right now. So for me to go for something leather, white, tone on tone, it would definitely need to be looser as opposed to tighter. I mean, you could go for leggings if you wanted to and just wear a really long shirt over the top of them, so you only kind of see it from like the knee downwards slightly, or maybe just from mid-thigh downwards. sometimes that works, and actually that could be also quite nice with a sock boot. For me, this is how I kind of wanted to tackle the white leather trend. I'm loving this leather trend, by the way, and I'm liking all the different variations there are on the high street. There could be something out there for everyone. I don't know if everybody loves leather trousers or even loves this trend. They're not the most comfortable of trousers, I'm not going to lie to you, but these don't even feel, they literally just feel like jogging bottoms. So these are a really good way to tackle the leather trouser trend. Even if you don't want to go for a white pair, obviously there's lots of tapered trousers in black elasticated waist. I mean, most of them are elasticated waist nowadays anyway. You don't have to go for white, but obviously this is just me trying to experiment and show you what kind of variety is out there and on the high street at the moment. The next pair of trousers I want to show you are from Zara. These are a cropped flare leather trouser. One thing I will say is, if you're trying to figure out what shape, style leather trouser you should go for or what's going to work for you, I would say think about the silhouette of jeans that you enjoy wearing the most. If it's a skinny jean, then of course maybe skinny leather trousers are going to work for you. I love a cropped flare jean. I wear the Topshop jeans like over and over and over again. Whenever I go out, it's the first pair of trousers, the first pair of jeans that I would opt for. So that's why I've got these, because these are basically essentially just like the Topshop jeans, but they're leather, but they have the exact same details. So they're cropped, they're flared, and I wear them in the exact same way that I would wear my Topshop jeans. So with heels, pointed boot underneath. I don't wear these with loafers, I don't wear them with flats, I don't wear my Topshop jeans with flats either. These are quite a dressy trouser, so I wouldn't really style these with trainers. If you're someone who doesn't wear heels much or you're not going out much, I maybe wouldn't opt for these, because I think these are a dressier trouser. I think they do need a heel. I do really like these, and they've got a nice little kind of 70s feel to them as well, and they are a really good dressy trouser alternative to the skinny or the tapered leg, which I see basically most of on the high street at the moment. My next trouser is just basically a trend, which is I think it's like it's slightly darker than a British racing green. It looks really bright on the camera, but it's actually quite a dark green. I really like this colour. Firstly, obviously, because it's massively on trend. Secondly, it integrates really well with kind of these 70s palettes that are kind of massively on trend at the moment. Completely flat front, so there's no seam running down the front. They do have this seam that runs across the leg, and I don't know why so many leather trousers have this seam, because you don't see that on jeans or on most trousers. So I don't know why leather trousers have this kind of seam. If the seam goes across the wrong point of the trouser, it can make you look, it can kind of cut your leg off and make you look a bit dumpy. I don't know why they have this, but anyway, I do like this trouser. It's an extra large. I am basically between a large and an extra large in Zara. The large obviously fits me perfectly nice and tight on the leg, but not so comfortable on the waist. This fits really comfortable on the waist. This has a faux button and zip fly. There is actually no button and zip fly here. It's on the side. Got some faux pockets here. A few little details. It's got a zip at the hem. I was not planning to keep them. I mean, they're only 20 quid, so you know, they're really good, like good trousers. Zara has got some really affordable leather trousers. I mean, they generally do each autumn, winter, really and truly, but I just like this colour. This seam, I would avoid going for any leather trouser with a seam like this if you're going for a brighter colour and you're trying to make your legs look a bit slimmer. This is almost black. It has no real impact on, I don't think it's got to particularly draw your eye to this colour just because it's green. It's a very deep green. I think you could pair this with most colours that you would wear with black. It's a subtle change as well, so it's something that you can work into your wardrobe just as you would a black trouser. This colour, I will say, works so well with burnt orange. If you are loving the burnt orange, the rust orange, this kind of colour for the season, this green with burnt orange just works a dream. It just looks so nice. So then I'm going to go back to a skinny trouser again. These are another pair from Zara. I think most of them are from Zara. These are a lot more kind of rubberized. They feel a lot thicker. They have got the seam that runs down the front of the leg. This one is not so much a raised seam, the ones I've got on now. The seam is like lifted. It's like a fold of material almost. Whereas this one is sewn into the leg more than it being a lifted piece of material, which is fine. Stretchy at the waist. And it has the side zip here, and it has, again, zips at the hem. Zara's got so many different variations of leather trousers, I do find it quite overwhelming. This, again, is a legging. So essentially what Zara is saying, that these are exactly the same. They are high-rise leggings, so they're the same as the green ones. However, they are not the same. They feel completely different in texture. These are a lot more rubbery. They are slightly thicker. They don't have the front button detail that the green ones had. It's got the front seam, which the green ones didn't have. So not exactly the same, but they are still, again, a high-rise legging. These do not fit me particularly well. Actually, I'll be honest with you, I can't actually zip these up. So I was gonna say they don't fit me high-rise, but that's because they can't get up to even be high-rise. But what I like about these is that they fit really nice and close to the leg. They fit better on my leg than the green ones, but I do still really like the green ones, and I don't mind having lots of different pairs that fit me quite differently. I had hoped to return some of these trousers, but they're all just so reasonably priced, and I can kind of find a reason to have each one. It is ridiculous to have 8 pairs of leather trousers in your wardrobe. I really do like these as well. I'm hoping that I will soon fit into them. I'm not like trying to diet to fit into a pair of trousers. It's a shame that just this, literally I can zip them up to about here. They fit so perfectly everywhere else that I think I'm going to keep them. I will still wear them. What I do sometimes, if my trousers or something don't fit, this is a really bad tip, this is not me trying to encourage people to just like put on weight, but what I'll do is I will just fold in the sides like that where I can't zip it up, and I'll just tuck my blouse in over there, or I will just obviously wear my blouse over it. It just looks like that. It's got a little fold detail on the side. Why not just, you know, have a little fold if you need to? You're going to like shop your leather trousers in Zara, set aside some time to go and try on, because there's so many different styles, so many different colours. One high-rise legging and another high-rise legging are not the same. There's so many different varieties of high-rise leggings. I would also say that leather trousers really do give, and they fit to the shape of your body. So if you're someone like me who is curvy, you've got a bum, you've got thighs, wear them in, like put some knees into them, and you know, just keep wearing them in, because eventually I feel like they do eventually form to fit your shape. And that's what I've noticed with these tan ones that I've got on now. At first, when I first put them on, I was like, oh my god. I mean, these are actually a size 16, so they were a little bit too big for me, which could be a reason why they don't stay up, but also because I've got a bum and I need to fit them over my bum. So these trousers, when I sit down, I can immediately see them, feel them like slipping down. The last trouser in this video are a pair of leather joggers. I hadn't expected to have liked these as much as I do. I felt like they would be quite like too casual for my style. I felt like I would need to wear them with trainers. Absolutely not. I would not be wearing these with trainers. I would definitely be wearing these with heels and with boots. So these look really good, like boots that are quite skinny at the ankle. So again, like the sock boots, they look really good with sock boots. I really like them with oversized jumper. So it's quite casual, and then I just kind of went a little bit more interesting and dressy with the shoe. I do like to juxtapose casual with smart or casual with sexy. I would not want to wear this with a sweatshirt, because I feel like a sweatshirt and a jogger is just too tracksuit-ish predictable. I like the big fluffy wool jumper with the shiny harshness of the leather, and then again the casualness of the outfit in like as a whole, and then the sharper, more edgier shoe. That's just kind of how I like to dress. I don't want to ever be too overdressed. I never want to be underdressed either. I always need to have something that's a little bit statement-y, or a little bit sexy, or a little bit edgy. Once you put this on with sock boots, they just really change up the vibe. They make the leather jogger look so much sharper. Leather joggers are great if you are, you know, someone who is struggling with the waistline of your leather trousers. I think they are a more casual type of trouser. For me, that means I need to dress them up. I can't see myself wearing those on the nursery run. They are something that I would need to have a heel. Definitely a heel. That's it. That is the bottom line of it. They need to be worn with a heel for me. I just thought I would quickly style up the leather trousers, the leather joggers, to show you them. The boots. And obviously it's kind of got that 80s, 90s vibe. Obviously the jacket is very 80s, but it's got that kind of cool silhouette, and I just like it with the boot. Much less predictable, I think. You can just see how elongating the boots are with the trousers, and obviously because the trousers are bulky and baggy, I think it's nice to have that point there just to kind of make it look a little bit sharper. I may do a video on how to style the leather jogger. I think they are really good leather trousers to have in your wardrobe because they are so comfortable, but might not be very easy to understand how to style because they are still a jogger, and I don't think they need to be worn typically how people would expect to wear a jogger, which is obviously with trainers. They're really good with like a nice strappy stiletto heeled sandal. Guys, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me. I am going to link all of these trousers in the description below, so if there's anything you want to check out, feel free to do so. I will also have like a leather trouser edit on my website, so there'll be like more leather trousers that you can shop as opposed to just the ones that I've mentioned in this video. More like an edit of the high street of some of the leather trousers that I'm loving, that I would personally like to try, or that I already own. If anything's not available, I will of course always link to something similar. So yes, please do go over and check out my blog, subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more videos from me. Please give it a thumbs up, tap that bell to get all my videos straight to your inbox, or like a notification the second they go live. I would really appreciate that. I have got like 39 subscribers now. I mean, I didn't even expect, that's not many at all, but I didn't even expect to get that many. Obviously I'm new to YouTube and I didn't expect to even have like 1 follower, let alone 39, so that's a massive little boost for me actually. Go and check me out on myreporter.com for lots of edits and more, you know, writing and editorial over there. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.